the first thing you need to do is you draw a circle around yourself. That's the way Walt Disney did it. This is me, and everything outside that circle is creepy.
Okay.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, now, the difference between a ghost and a poltergeist is time, where the ghost becomes less human with decay, just like a body in the ground. It's a metaphor. Life forms get trapped into matter. There's no question that that's true. We have caught bank robbers using infrared on glass when they caught the picture of the image of the guy in the glass, infrared heat signature, and we're able to pull that out using technology, and there's the face. The same thing is true as a metaphor. You know, your thoughts get trapped into matter, and at some point they decay down to the place where the first response for all humans is fear before you attain personal power. You understand, where you're not as frightened by that kind of thing and feel like you're more in command of your own ship.
Right. Yeah,
Okay, so you start with a visualization exercise. The one I'm recommending is Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. If you go to my website and you go to free download library and you go to the section in Magic, there it is, just download it.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
Alright, that takes care of the first part. Now, once you've done that, now I'd like you to start keeping a diary on what you say and what seems to be happening. Because it may be something else going on than you hallucinating or seeing a spirit of some kind. Maybe something else going on. We don't know yet. What we wanted is for you to get your center and feel safe.
Yeah.
Once you have that, then we poke around a little bit further and check it out. And that's by keeping a diary.
Okay, I keep a video diary, basically YouTube videos, kind of.
That is trying to validate. What I'm after is something different than validation. I'm looking for you to establish a dialogue with your inner self.
Okay, like just a personal diary, in other words.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Yeah, I've done that. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, now you've got two things to do. Once you've done that, I think you will have a relationship to this that will make sense and go further. If you don't, then you call me back and we'll go to step number 3. How's that sound?
Sure, that sounds good. That sounds good.
That's the best I can do to help you at this point. I have taught this as a graduate level course at Harvard. So-called audiobooks. You'll see there's a bunch of audiobooks. And each one's 8 weeks long, and there's 10 of them right now. Actually, 11 is going up shortly. 11 different courses I taught. And this is where you start, just like the Hollywood version of The Sorcerer's Apprentice, where you draw a circle around yourself, and everything outside of that circle is creepy.
Okay.
So what you're doing is trying to identify, this is me, and this is not me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, and you don't know that. You know, my girlfriend, for example, is a first grade school teacher, retired, and she started seeing ectoplasm. That means while we're late at night watching TV, she watched something moving in the middle of the air. What is that?
Really?
Well, it could be a lot of things, but, you know, the way your cones and rods work in your eye, you've got afterglow. So, but you sense something else. Is that real?
Right.
It doesn't matter. You understand? Because most of what you're doing is illusion, honestly.
Yeah.
And what you're trying to do is draw a distinction between you and that.
Yeah, I understand.
And then once you've done that, and everybody does it different. That's the real cool part. Everybody's got a different way of doing that. That's why there are all these different religions and, you know, values. But what you're trying to do is do it for yourself, and not have me hold your hand and do it for you. You need to do this yourself. It's called personal empowerment. It's a first step in waking up.
Right. I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Now, if it's true, it might be real. I used to do that for the government, the military.
Oh, did you do remote view? Do you know are you a remote viewer? Is that what?
No, I'm not. I mean theatrical perception, which is quite different.
Oh,
And
wow.
remote viewing is quite dangerous, and there are articles on that. That's just a popular thing. What you want is Monroe. The book you want to read first is Monroe, Robert Monroe, Journeys Out of the Body.
Okay.
They just started in television. So you have to, and then if you like that kind of shit, you might hang out at the Quest bookstore in your local area. Where are you located?
Oh, I'm in Texas. I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh yeah, San Antonio, boardwalk. I have friends there. Marshall Root, an artist, good friend of mine.
Oh, really? Where?
There's lots of cool people there. San Antonio, they're creaky into it. Now, if what you need to do is just start with your own basics, and that's why I did my metaphysics audiobooks, is to begin people's journey in these areas. If they don't know where to go, start here. And what you do is you get yourself to protected.
Yeah.
The first thing you do,
Yeah, I hear you on that, because whatever it is.
Disney taking his acid, doing all the creepy things he did, knew to draw a circle around yourself.
Okay. I'll do that.
Well, you just do it visually in your mind's eye. That's all you need, because that's how it works. That's how, if that's a real thought form, how it got there in the first place. Somebody, did something that sparked it, and that psyche went into matter, and now is being sensed by others like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those things will biodegrade from a ghost into a poltergeist over a period of time.
Really?
And a poltergeist can be real creepy because it's not human. I mean, it's like a zombie. It's like, a rotting flesh, with maggots and things like that on it. That's what it is. It's like creepy.
Yeah.
Breaking down, and your first response is to be fearful. That's very normal. Once you're no longer fearful, now you have a degree of personal power. And that becomes an enemy also, by the way, heads up. That's Carlos Castaneda.
Oh, yes, of course. I've definitely...
Well, then you've got the rules. You seem to know where I'm going. I'm here to help you remember these things.
Yeah, where may I ask, where do you live? Where are you? Oh, Oregon, okay. Oh, wow. Nice.
I'm praying, I'm a physicist. I was a Navy SEAL. I was a lot of things. And there's all kinds of stuff going on around us that we have no idea what it really means.
Yeah.
California fires, how does that one sound? That's creepy. I don't even believe it's real. I think they're doing something down there, and I don't know why. But if they're killing people, that's not right.
Yeah, I believe that there's a lot of really odd things going on right now. Were you ever a fan of Art Bell, or do you like...
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
He was one of the more interesting beginning radio personalities. And now there's all kinds of them in all flavors out there.
Yeah.
I'm just part of it. If you do a YouTube on my name, you'll see I'm on the radio a lot and have quite a melody. People sense me, I'm pretty dead on. I try to be. I make mistakes. I try not to make the same one twice,
Well, I think everybody makes mistakes. Definitely.
Are we there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah, I did. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I'm gonna do what you said, and I'm going to really, Well, Well, San Antonio. There's a lot of military influence in this city. That's for sure. So. Oh well, I guess so. Thank you. What? By the way, is it? Yeah, there are a lot of weird. There's a lot of characters. What? Wait, if I type your name in what do I type in YouTube, for example, to try to find? Okay, I'll do that. I definitely. I'm gonna look more into this. Okay. I will. I definitely will. Well, thank you so much. Okay, bye. Bye bye. Well, okay, this is Linsay. I just had a conversation. Okay, this is what's going on. I mean, okay, I'm a little overwhelmed. I just had a little phone conversation with a man named Richard Allen Miller, who is a world-renowned physicist. And this man, I had never heard of him before until yesterday, I guess, because a friend of mine who I have been corresponding with, who I found because this person has been watching my YouTube videos, and he had contacted me various times, and so he and I became friends, and we have chatted on the phone a few times and whatnot, and text message. Well, he told me this whole thing is in regards to a video that I made a couple weeks ago that's entitled, a YouTube video entitled, my YouTube video called, Experiences of a Targeted Woman, where I picked up some kind of a strange, I was talking on the phone, or listening on the phone to a message, and I was playing it back and recording it, and it was my mother, a voicemail from her, and I was doing this, kind of sitting here where I am now, and I had the phone kind of waving it towards. I kind of did that a few times, and recording it. And what happened was my camera on my computer, my MacBook, which is what I used, picked up an image, some kind of whatever. There was an image of a face, an image of a person, a woman. Looks very demonic, very strange, and don't have any idea who this is, except that I know that I've already reiterated, I've talked about this before, how I had there was nothing open on my computer, right? No Facebook, nothing at all that would have, I don't have, anyway, whatever. So the face, I have no idea where it came from. It just appeared, an image, and so it seems to me like some kind of a demonic poltergeist, something or the other. And so I'm trying to figure out who that is, because this woman, it's the same face that I have visualized in my dreams. I've seen this person in the bathroom. I've seen the person in my room at night. And I don't know who it is, and it's scary. And so my friend, I'll say his name's Sean, who also believes me, and he sent me like a picture, a close-up picture of that video of the woman of the video that I made with the picture of that lady, woman, thing, entity, and it's a real close-up photo on my phone, and when you look really closely at it, the person, I'm going to try to show here on what it looks like. It looks very demonic, okay? This is what this is what I'm talking about. This is the thing, this is the image of, okay, you can't really see it. But that, you see, let me get the curtain close. You see this? This picture, I fucking can't, excuse my language, that drape thing. Okay, you can see it. you see, now there's a bad glare. Okay, this is a picture that he took, that he was able to get it from my, okay, that's the face that appeared in my video when I was making the video. You can kind of not really tell any, whatever, but he took a picture of it somehow and sent me a photo of it close up, and the person doesn't, if you look really closely, it's like the person doesn't have eyes. There's like a couple of sockets, eye sockets, but it looks like a skull. It basically looks like a skull of a person. It's very demonic, very scary. And, you know, he's very interested in this kind of paranormal stuff just like I am. And I have talked about on my videos before how this house that I'm living in is definitely something very odd going on here. And I've noticed that the whole time I've lived here. Even when I first walked in the door several years ago when I first moved to this house, I was like, I could sense something very bad about this place. And, you know, I could feel the energy. I could feel the negativity. I could feel like, you know, you just get those kinds of feelings, or at least I do. I pick up on that stuff. And that's what I sensed immediately, without ever having to know anything about the house, which I didn't. Still don't know the history of this house, exactly who lived here, what happened. However, you know, people get these kinds of sensations for reasons that they don't just happen. You know, usually when you get some kind of a strong sensation like that, it means something. It means that that's your intuition, that's your psychic intuition speaking to you and warning you. And so ever since then, of course, I've gone with my feelings, my initial feelings of what I feel and felt. And so there. Anyway, so he another friend of his, who he talked to, said it looks like a Baphomet something or the other, a face of a goat. I thought that's kind of interesting because, you know, I am a Capricorn, supposedly. We don't know that. Well, supposedly because I don't know my actual date. Like I said, since I've got a fraudulent birth certificate and shit like that, I don't know. It could be that I was not really born on January 5th. I might not be a Capricorn, but let's just say I am. Supposing I am, which I guess, you know, whatever. You know, Capricorns are associated with devils and demons and whatnot. It's kind of known, it's been known as a sign of the devil. And I don't know, I mean, it seems to suit me kind of well because I've had bad luck follow me throughout my life. I mean, I'll have spurts of good luck and good things happen, but for the most part, it's like I've just been cursed since I was born. And the whole mystery about, like, who I am, who I really am, why I have a fake birth certificate and all that stuff. It's very odd. Holy shit, you know, I just had the grass cut literally 2 days ago, and it looks like it hasn't been cut. Okay? That's how screwed up. Man. Anyway, thank God it is kind of getting colder because of grass. I like grass. I hate dry, nasty-looking lawns, but shit, if I have to cut it every 2 weeks, but now that it's winter coming, hopefully that won't be the case. Because it looks like it's already grown back out from 2 days ago. So, yeah, I just had that conversation with this man who my friend Sean directed me to, and I had never heard of this Richard Allen Miller until now, but he seems like an interesting man. He told me he kind of looks like, oh my, he's got a face kind of like James Gorab. My old friend James Gorab from Houston, from Memorial Park. He kind of reminds me of him. Now that I'm looking at some stuff on YouTube, interesting. Looks like an interesting man. He's wearing a little beret. So, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm really into the I'm one of these people who gets extremely fixated and intense on certain things, and I'll get really, really, really interested. I mean, and since I've always been into the paranormal since I can remember, since I was a child. It's like that's my main interest, I'd say, beside, researching the paranormal, astral projection, graveyards, antiques, um, things like that are my real passions in life, besides other things. But I have a keen interest in things that can't be explained. Like, because I pick up, I always, I'm very sensitive to these kinds of things, I guess you can say is a word. Anyway, whatever. So that was an interesting. I had a little. That was a nice little conversation I had with this man. Because Sean said he hears his number, you should call him, and they tried to get me to do a radio interview show this morning. He's saying, "Would you want to do an interview?" I said, "Well, I'd like to, but not this morning," because I was thrown off guard. But I mean, maybe I can do a radio interview with this man sometime or something. I don't know. I'd probably be like this man's like a genius, and I'd probably make myself look so foolish and dumb because I get nervous and don't say things right. It sounds like I'm stupid half the time when I'm speaking because I don't know. I just sometimes don't. Whatever I'm trying to say. You get the picture, right? Anyway, that's about it right now. I don't know what else, except that some stuff that's going on lately. Okay, I'm not going to I don't go to Gold's Gym anymore after all the harassment stuff that was going on. I kind of stopped. I've been going to Planet Fitness instead, because for me it's very important to be able to do what I do and to pick up on these things and have my sixth sense and I have to be able to, I have to, certain things that I have to do involving my body, exercise-wise, whatnot, help me a lot. And so that's why I have a regimen of going to the gym for so many years. And I try to do that as much as I can because it really helps, certain stretches and breathing techniques. And, it's good. It keeps a balance within you. Or at least with me, I'm already crazy enough as it is, so I have to kind of like it's a way for me to check and balance kind of thing, I guess. Let's see, what's been going on lately though, as far as like my gang stalking and harassment. Not as much, not as much lately. I've noticed that it's toned down considerably since I haven't been going to Gold's Gym. I haven't been screwed around with at Planet Fitness lately. I mean, if it is happening, I'm just ignoring it. But it's not as bad there. I'm not crazy about the treadmill there, like I said, but it's okay because they have another machine that I can use. They have other things that can compensate. But one of the reasons I also decided to join Planet Fitness again is because they, if I'm going to still be in San Antonio, which who knows for how much longer, what's going to happen, if this house is going to sell, if I'm going to stay in this house, which I'd like to get out of here. But nonetheless, they are opening a new Planet Fitness on this street called W.W. White, which is, it's not too far from here. It's a couple miles. There's another one opening that's probably about 3.5 miles from here. But I don't like that location. The thing is like I drove by it last week, and it's a real sketchy area. It's real sketchy. It's real kind of nasty. It's really, aesthetically speaking, it's really nasty looking. The area of town. And the one over there, it's Southwest Military, the Planet Fitness. It's more green. It's just in a nicer part of town. It's better, and it's a nice place. I don't know, but maybe the other one I'm thinking maybe they're going to have a different... I'm curious to see what kind of treadmills they have there. So when they open, I'm going to check it out. But I don't think they're open yet. So, you know, not open yet. Oh my god. Jeez. So, you know, I did notice some stuff, but I do notice things like, they were doing something this morning, like one of the treadmills that I've been getting on lately at the Planet Fitness is the one that's to the far right, the very last one that's closest to the window. And, they've got, of course, the fucking televisions and media shit. And I know I'm still getting monitored by the media, but, they have, like, the televisions towards that side are the Hispanic stations. And, I noticed that today on one of the channels, one of the TVs, whatever, one of these Hispanic stations, they are in Las Vegas, and they're doing somebody was impersonating Elvis. Okay, I saw that little performance, and I thought that's interesting because it's kind of funny. And then there was a Walmart sign in the back, like it was being sponsored by Walmart. It was one of the sponsors, and I thought, okay, that's kind of a coincidence because I do go to Walmart all the time. There's a Walmart across the street from the Planet Fitness. And, of course, that's one of the places that monitors me and has been participating in my community harassment. But they're not all, you know, sometimes they're doing it in a kind of way, it's almost like they're just mocking me and shit. But I was in Walmart yesterday. I go there all the time, Walmart. But they, and H-E-B, where I go all over the fucking place. I'm all over the place, man. I'm all over the map. You know, all over. Surprised my name's anyway. You know, here today, gone tomorrow thing. What was I saying? Well, check it out. Can you see that? Does it kind of look like me? But so it was being sponsored by Walmart. What my point was that thing, fuck. God, see, my train of thought is like, whatever. The, thing is being sponsored by Walmart. What was it, the Elvis shit this morning on the TV, on the, station. And I thought, funny, because I do have a song in my MP3 player that's Elvis. You know, one of my all-time favorite songs happens to be an Elvis song, and it's Return to Sender. You know, it's a great song, it's a great video, and I do like Elvis. Who doesn't? How could anyone not? Yeah, I'm sure there are some people out there who don't, but I certainly do. I've always been a fan of Elvis. There's many other kinds of music genre that I listen to, but you know, gosh, the stuff that I listen to is all over the place. Lately, I've been listening a lot. I just discovered, like, I really like Julian Casablancas, the guy from the Strokes. And I didn't know this until a couple weeks ago, but he has another, he has a band called The Voids, V-O-I-D-Z. I had never heard of them at all. Never heard any of their songs, never heard of them until a couple weeks ago, digging around on YouTube, and discovered it, and so now I've been really into that. I can't seem to stop listening to it, and it's really interesting music. I really like his style. He's an interesting guy. It's kind of interesting because he's got, his father was a model, the guy, what was his father's name? John Casablancas? And I think he was the man who started some model agency called Elite. What I forget. I don't know what modeling agency, but his father He was really famous. And then his mother and father divorced when he was really young. And I had read that he had some issues growing up, like, kind of feeling neglected and whatnot, and I can relate to all that. I didn't have a father figure in my life. My father died in 2003 from liver cirrhosis, alcoholism, and so I don't have a father. I never had a real close bond with my father, I always felt confused, abandoned, still do. But I did have a connection with him before he died in 2003. When I was living in California at the time. And I don't even know if he's my biological father or not. Ben Armour said Baldwin Jr., not sure if he's my father or not, to be honest. But when I was in California, and we were talking on the phone periodically, pretty often, and then he was not so well physically, but then the next thing you know, I got this call from work. I was working at Liz's antique hardware store, and they told me it's an emergency, and I got on the phone, and they said, your father's in the hospital. And so the next day I'm on a plane going back to Houston, and by the time I got to Houston, he was dead. He had already died. So I didn't get to see him before he died, but I was there for the cremation and all that stuff, and it was just, and then of course I was coerced into signing a bunch of legal documents under duress, which to this day infuriates me because I feel that I was wrongfully taken advantage of. Definitely. Excuse me. I kind of gotta sweep. This place is a mess. Well, it's not really a mess, but it's kind of shit sweeping all the damn time. So yeah, that's about it right now. I don't know. I guess I'm just rambling, and I should shut up right now because I'm just sounding like a babbling fool, right? Ooh, there goes the broom. I need to get new mop, new broom, new floors, out of this house actually. But shit, this place is like, nah, it's really just not very pretty. It's real strange, I guess. I don't know. That's all. I guess I don't really know what else to say right now, except that what else? The thing about Walmart, so maybe so I guess that could be a little bit of a clue of what I just talked about at Walmart, Elvis on the TV. And then I do have maybe that's just a coincidence, but I doubt it. You see all these parallels in my life, things that kind of like don't really happen, that are just kind of not really a coincidence. They can't be. When you're a targeted person, it's really not a coincidence, trust me. I'm as crazy as this sounds, but people, unless you're actually a genuine targeted person, you'd understand what I'm saying, because it's really not that it's not what I'm talking about with all these coincidences. It's not really that unusual in the life of a targeted person when you're getting media harassment like I do. I get stuff everybody. It's like I'm famous in a way that's like that you wouldn't want to be, if that makes sense. It's not what people would expect. It's kind of weird because people know who I am. They seem to, at least, but I get weird reactions a lot of the time. Or sometimes people are extremely so friendly to the point where it's kind of creepy. And then I get stalked. Like I'll go out in public, go to the store, Walmart, HEB, and people will follow me around. Like I'll get followed around in the store by the same person, or they'll start with their stuff the minute I walk in the door. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And another thing I noticed is that I was driving by. I went to there's it's called Fallas Paredes. Okay, that's a place that I go to, sometimes to buy clothes, or I don't really buy anything anymore clothes-wise. I need to. God, I need a whole new wardrobe. So if anyone wants to help me out, I'm accepting donations for new clothes. I need to buy new clothes. I need to get rid of all my clothes or sell them or donate them, which is what, and buy new clothes, a new car, and get out of this house and maybe get a job where I'm making good money, like something that I enjoy, that I work for myself, or somebody who understands me, which are not many people. Damn it. Huh. Just leaves me, myself, and I, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. What the fuck? Whatever. What can I talk about? You know, I need to get. I had a lot of books, and all my books are gone. Most of them. But I can't afford to buy more books right now, but just I think I'm in the wrong. I think sometimes I wonder why. Maybe I feel like I should go back to California and live by the beach. I don't really know about San Antonio anymore, at least not this area. I'd like to go to a different location in my dreams. Well, now I seem to have lost my phone, and I'm rambling on, and I can't. Now I've lost my phone. Did I lose my phone? Yeah, I don't know where my phone is. I think I lost it. Did I? No, here it is. Okay. All right. So if anybody wants to contact me, my name's Linsay Baldwin. I'm in San Antonio. My email is linhill1975@gmail.com. I do have a PayPal account if you're so kind as to make a donation. I'm in a kind of financial rut here. So donations are always accepted. Feel free. And if you want to call, I'm open to interviewing people as well. I would like to start interviewing people and documenting it. I'm interested in making documentary films about real people, mostly targeted people, or people who have some kind of a story to tell, unique people, as well as doing interviews on my show, on my YouTube channel. I want to start interviewing people who are targeted individuals and to hear their story and collaborate with people so we can all come together and get some ideas going. So if you're interested in that, if you want to do an interview with me, and be live on I'm going to try to figure out how I can interview you live, or either something. I can figure something out. I might need some help though. I don't have much as far as I'm not sure how to do all that. I don't really have TalkShoe set up. I don't have Skype, I don't think. But if someone wants to help me do all this, I can start interviewing targeted people and make a show, to start doing shows. And I don't know, I've got a few friends who I already have in mind who I'd like to interview and get on my potential future show thing or something. And not only that, I'd like to also maybe talk to musicians or people who are kind of artistic, or loners, recluses, people who have paranormal experiences that they'd like to share with me. I'm open to a lot of ideas about this kind of thing. I'm really interested in meeting new people and talking to people and documenting their stories, their situations and stuff. And that's it. So linhill1975@gmail.com is my email address, and it's also my PayPal. So feel free to contact me or say hi or whatever, and that's it. And let's just hope that this targeting stuff kind of subsides or fizzles and dissipates or evaporates into thin air, because I can't take it anymore. I'm getting too old for this stuff, and you can tell that it's wearing out on, it's taking a toll.